of space stretched endlessly in all directions, its dark canvas dotted with stars and nebulae that glittered like diamonds. The UES Vanguard Earth's most advanced exploration vessel, drifted silently on the edge of known space. Commander Isabella Reyes stood on the ship's bridge, her gaze fixed on the display screens. The quiet hum of the ship's engines was the only sound in the air. We traveled far, Isabella thought, her hands gripping the control console. They were beyond the boundaries of human exploration at the frontier of the unknown. Beside her, Lieutenant Marcus Lee the ship's science officer, was analyzing a strange energy reading that had appeared moments ago. Commander, Marcus spoke, breaking the silence. We're picking up something unusual, something artificial. It's coming from the sector just ahead. Isabella raised an eyebrow. Artificial, she asked. Any signs of life? No life signs. But this structure, whatever it is, wasn't made by nature. A tense moment passed. The crew on the bridge exchanged glances, each one realizing the potential significance of Marcus's words. Earth had never encountered intelligent alien life, and now they might be standing on the precipice of discovery. Take us closer, Isabella ordered, her voice calm but with an undercurrent of excitement. Let's see what we're dealing with. The ship moved forward, breaking through the starry abyss and toward the source of the energy reading. As they approached, a massive structure emerged from the darkness, a monolithic object glowing faintly in a pattern that seemed deliberate. It's beautiful, whispered Dr. Evelyn Parker the Vanguard's biologist, her eyes wide with wonder. This could be it, the first sign of life beyond Earth. Isabella narrowed her eyes, her mind racing. Marcus, scan it. I want everything we can get on that thing. Evelyn, get ready to run some tests. We might have just changed the course of human history. The Vanguard slowed to a halt as it reached the artifact, its glowing surface pulsing like the heartbeat of a sleeping giant. The crew busied themselves with gathering data, scanning the object from every angle. But suddenly, without warning, the structure flared with light, casting the ship in an eerie glow. What the Isabella started, but her words were cut off as the ship shuddered violently. The lights flickered and warning alarms blared across the bridge. Systems are failing, Marcus shouted. We're losing power. Shields down to 10%. Another voice called from the control station. We're being hit with some kind of energy pulse. The crew scrambled, trying to stabilize the ship, but it was too late. The energy wave overwhelmed their systems, sending the ship into a tailspin. Isabella gripped the console tightly as the Vanguard lurched, her mind racing with possible solutions. Get us out of here, she barked. But just as suddenly as the energy pulse began, it stopped. The ship stabilized and the chaotic alarms faded into silence. Isabella exhaled, glancing at the crew. Everyone was shaken but unharmed. They had survived the mysterious attack. Before anyone could speak, the artifact in front of them shifted. Its glow intensified, and then a voice echoed through the ship, not through their comm systems, but inside their minds. You have awakened the sleeper. The void stirs, you have doomed us all. The words were clear, but their meaning was shrouded in mystery. The crew exchanged bewildered looks. Who, or what, was the sleeper? Commander, Marcus whispered, his face pale. We need to leave. Now. Isabella nodded, her heart pounding. Get us back to Earth. Maximum speed. And send a message to Earth Command. They need to know what we've found. The crew rushed to comply, their hands moving swiftly across the controls. The Vanguard turned, its engines flaring to life as it began its journey back to Earth. But as they moved, the artifact pulsed one final time. And from the darkness of space, shapes began to emerge, alien ships, dozens of them, materializing out of the void. Their designs were unlike anything the human race had ever seen, sleek and menacing, moving with precision and speed. Incoming ships, shouted the tactical officer. They're surrounding us. Isabella's stomach tightened as she stared at the growing fleet. There was no time to escape, no time to call for help. They were trapped. Open a channel, she ordered, hoping against hope that these aliens might be willing to talk. Maybe we can explain. Before she could finish, a harsh, guttural voice cut through the ship's systems, overriding their communication protocols. Humans, the voice spat, filled with contempt. You have violated the ancient laws of the stars. The void shall consume all. The alien fleet surged forward, weapons primed. The crew of the Vanguard prepared for battle, their hearts pounding with fear. Isabella took a deep breath, her mind clear. We're not going down without a fight, she said, her voice steady. All stations prepare for combat. The first shot was fired, a beam of energy that sliced through the blackness of space, and so began the battle that would determine the fate of humanity. The vastness of space stretched endlessly in all directions, its dark canvas dotted with stars and nebulae that glittered like diamonds. The UBS Vanguard Earth's most advanced exploration vessel, drifted silently on the edge of known space. Commander Isabella Reyes stood on the ship's bridge, her gaze fixed on the display screens. The quiet hum of the ship's engines was the only sound in the air. We traveled far, Isabella thought, her hands gripping the control console. They were beyond the boundaries of human exploration at the frontier of the unknown. Beside her, Lieutenant Marcus Lee the ship's science officer, was analyzing a strange energy reading that had appeared moments ago. Commander, Marcus spoke, breaking the silence. We're picking up something unusual, something artificial. It's coming from the sector just ahead. Isabella raised an eyebrow. Artificial, she asked. Any signs of life? No life signs, but this structure, whatever it is, wasn't made by nature. A tense moment passed. The crew on the bridge exchanged glances, each one realizing the potential significance of Marcus's words. Earth had never encountered intelligent alien life, and now they might be standing on the precipice of discovery. Take us closer, Isabella ordered, her voice calm but with an undercurrent of excitement. Let's see what we're dealing with. The ship moved forward, breaking through the starry abyss and toward the source of the energy reading. As they approached, a massive structure emerged from the darkness, a monolithic object, glowing faintly in a pattern that seemed deliberate. It's beautiful, whispered Dr. Evelyn Parker the Vanguard's biologist, her eyes wide with wonder. This could be it, the first sign of life beyond Earth. Isabella narrowed her eyes, her mind racing. Marcus, scan it. I want everything we can get on that thing. Evelyn, get ready to run some tests. We might have just changed the course of human history. The Vanguard slowed to a halt as it reached the artifact, its glowing surface pulsing like the heartbeat of a sleeping giant. The crew busied themselves with gathering data, scanning the object from every angle. But suddenly, without warning, the structure flared with light, casting the ship in an eerie glow. What the Isabella started, but her words were cut off as the ship shuddered violently. The lights flickered and warning alarms blared across the bridge. Systems are failing, Marcus shouted. We're losing power. Shields down to 10%. Another voice called from the control station. We're being hit with some kind of energy pulse. The crew scrambled, trying to stabilize the ship, but it was too late. The energy wave overwhelmed their systems, sending the ship into a tailspin. Isabella gripped the console tightly as the Vanguard lurched, her mind racing with possible solutions. Get us out of here, she barked. But just as suddenly as the energy pulse began, it stopped. The ship stabilized and the chaotic alarms faded into silence. Isabella exhaled, glancing at the crew. Everyone was shaken but unharmed. They had survived the mysterious attack. Before anyone could speak, the artifact in front of them shifted. Its glow intensified, and then a voice echoed through the ship, not through their comm systems, but inside their minds. You have awakened the sleeper. The void stirs, you've doomed us all. The words were clear, but their meaning was shrouded in mystery. The crew exchanged bewildered looks. Who, or what, was the sleeper? Commander, Marcus whispered, his face pale. We need to leave. Isabella nodded, her heart pounding. Get us back to Earth, maximum speed, and send a message to Earth Command. They need to know what we found. The crew rushed to comply, their hands moving swiftly across the controls. The Vanguard turned, its engines flaring to life as it began its journey back to Earth. But as they moved, the artifact pulsed one final time. And from the darkness of space, shapes began to emerge, alien ships, dozens of them, materializing out of the void. Their designs were unlike anything the human race had ever seen, sleek and menacing, moving with precision and speed. Incoming ships, shouted the tactical officer. They're surrounding us. Isabella's stomach tightened as she stared at the growing fleet. There was no time to escape, no time to call for help. They were trapped. Open a channel, she ordered, hoping against hope that these aliens might be willing to talk. Maybe we can explain. Before she could finish, a harsh, guttural voice cut through the ship's systems, overriding their communication protocols. Humans, the voice spat, filled with contempt. You have violated the ancient laws of the stars. The void shall consume all. The alien fleet surged forward, weapons primed. The crew of the Vanguard prepared for battle, their hearts pounding with fear. Isabella took a deep breath, her mind clear. We're not going down without a fight, she said, her voice steady. All stations prepare for combat. The first shot was fired, a beam of energy that sliced through the blackness of space, narrowly missing the Vanguard. Isabella gripped the edge of her console, watching the alien ships close in. Evasive maneuvers, she shouted. Fire at will. The Vanguard's engines roared to life, propelling the ship into a desperate spiral as plasma beams erupted from its weapons array. Alien ships swarmed around them, their strange, organic designs shimmering as they fired sleek, energy-based weapons. "Target the lead ship," Isabella commanded. "We need to break through their formation." Marcus's hands flew across the control panel, rerouting power to the forward weapons. The Vanguard's primary cannon charged with a low hum, and moments later a pulse of bright blue energy shot forward, hitting one of the alien ships dead on. The alien ship crumbled, disintegrating into nothingness, but there was no time to celebrate. More ships filled the gap, surrounding the Vanguard from all sides. The crew worked frantically, but the situation was becoming hopeless. "There are too many of them," Evelyn shouted, panic creeping into her voice. "We have to hold on," Isabella barked, trying to maintain control of the situation. But even she could feel the weight of the inevitable pressing down on her. Just when it seemed all was lost, a bright light flared across the view screen. The alien ships hesitated, their movements slowing as if something had interrupted their control. Isabella squinted, her eyes widening as she saw another vessel emerge from the depths of space. It was unlike any human or alien ship she had ever seen. An enormous, sleek vessel that shimmered with an iridescent hue, as if it existed outside the boundaries of physical space. As it came closer, the alien ships began to retreat, as though recognizing the newcomer's power. "What the hell is that?" Marcus whispered, awestruck. Before anyone could answer, the voice returned, this time clearer, as if the presence of the new vessel amplified its power. Asterisk, the sleeper has been awakened, but hope remains. The void shall not consume all. Asterisk. The alien ships fell back, retreating into the darkness from which they came. The Vanguard floated silently in the void, the tension on the bridge thick, as everyone tried to comprehend what had just happened. What? What just happened?" Evelyn asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Isabella took a deep breath, her mind still reeling. "I don't know," she replied, her voice steady despite the confusion swirling inside her. "But we need answers." The strange vessel hovered silently before them, its shimmering surface casting soft light across the Vanguard's hull. Isabella knew that whatever this new force was, it had saved them. But save them for what? "Open a channel," she ordered, her heart pounding with both fear and anticipation. The screen flickered as they attempted to communicate with the mysterious vessel. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the screen went dark. The voice returned, this time speaking directly to them, not through their minds, but through the Vanguard's comm system. Asterisk, humans of Earth, asterisk, it began, its tone more neutral now. Asterisk, you have awakened forces far beyond your comprehension. The fate of your world of all worlds hangs in the balance. You must come with us. The trial is not over. Asterisk. The crew exchanged nervous glances. Isabella's heart raced. The trial? What trial? And who were these beings? "Commander," Marcus whispered, his voice tense. "What do we do?" Isabella clenched her jaw, her mind racing. She looked out at the mysterious vessel, then back at her crew. They had no choice. They were outnumbered, outgunned, and out of options. The UES Vanguard glided forward, following the mysterious vessel that had seemingly rescued them. The tension in the air was palpable as the crew remained silent, each one lost in their thoughts, trying to make sense of what had just transpired. The alien ships had vanished as quickly as they had appeared, retreating in the face of this new, enigmatic force. Isabella Reyes stood at the helm, her eyes locked on the shimmering vessel ahead. It moved with a fluid grace, its form shifting slightly as if it wasn't bound by the same physical laws that govern human ships. Despite the relief of surviving the initial encounter, a sense of foreboding weighed heavily on her shoulders. "Marcus, keep scanning that ship," Isabella ordered. "I want to know everything we can about it." Lieutenant Marcus Lee nodded and began his scans. His fingers moved deftly over the console as the ship's systems hummed in response. "I've never seen anything like it, Commander," Marcus muttered, his brow furrowed. It's not fully in our dimension." "Meaning what?" Dr. Evelyn Parker asked, standing next to him, her curiosity piqued. Her background in xenobiology made her all the more intrigued by the encounter. "Meaning it's existing in multiple realities at once," Marcus explained. "At least that's the closest analogy I can come up with. We're dealing with technology far beyond our understanding." Isabella exhaled sharply. "We'll have to deal with what we do know for now," she said, trying to maintain her composure. "This trial they mentioned doesn't sound like we'll be given much of a choice." The ship lurched slightly as the Vanguard was pulled deeper into the glowing vessel's wake. The strange energy field surrounding the alien ship seemed to envelop them, almost like they were being carried along by an invisible current. The view screen flickered, and Isabella's crew glanced nervously at one another. The space around them was changing. Stars began to blur, twisting and distorting as if reality itself was bending. What's happening? Evelyn asked, her voice tense. We're entering a different space, Marcus replied, his fingers flying over the controls. I can't pinpoint exactly where or what, but it's definitely not any part of known space. Dimensional shift? Isabella asked. Possibly, Marcus said, a mix of awe and concern in his voice. We could be entering another realm entirely. The Vanguard was soon surrounded by a swirling void, vast and incomprehensible. It felt like they were floating in the eye of a cosmic storm, with fragments of stars, galaxies, and unidentifiable structures spinning at the periphery. A low hum resonated through the ship's hull, vibrating through the floor and into their bones. Prepare for anything, Isabella warned her crew. We don't know what we're about to face. As if on cue, the mysterious vessel came to an abrupt halt. The Vanguard followed suit, its engines powering down as if responding to an external force. The comm system crackled to life once again, and the voice returned. Asterisk, asterisk, humans of Earth, you stand at the threshold of judgment. Asterisk, asterisk, the voice, neither male nor female, seemed to echo from everywhere and nowhere at once. Asterisk, asterisk, the trial begins now. Fail, and your species shall face extinction. Asterisk, asterisk, Isabella's jaw tightened. We didn't ask for this trial, she snapped. What exactly are we being judged for? Asterisk, asterisk, you awakened the sleeper. Asterisk, asterisk, the voice replied coldly. Asterisk, asterisk, you disturbed forces that have lain dormant for eons. The consequences of your actions reach far beyond your world. Asterisk, asterisk, Isabella exchanged a glance with Marcus and Evelyn. What is this sleeper? She demanded. What do we awaken? Prepare to follow them, she said, her voice resolute. Whatever this trial is, we're not going to back down. The Vanguard moved forward, following the strange vessel into the unknown. The crew of the Vanguard was about to face something far greater than they had ever imagined. Forces that could shape the fate of not only Earth, but the entire galaxy. But whatever awaited them, they would meet it head-on. A pause, and for a moment, Isabella wondered if the voice would answer at all. Then, with a heavy tone, it responded. Asterisk, asterisk, the sleeper is a being of unimaginable power, imprisoned long ago to prevent the destruction of all reality. Your intrusion into the artifact has set the awakening in motion. Now you must prove yourselves worthy of the burden you have unleashed. Asterisk, asterisk. The crew of the Vanguard was silent, absorbing the weight of what had just been revealed. They had unknowingly triggered a catastrophic event, one that could lead to the end of everything. What do you want us to do? Isabella asked, her voice steady despite the rising dread. Asterisk, asterisk, you will be tested. Asterisk, asterisk, the voice said. Asterisk, asterisk, your minds, your strength, your will to survive. Only those who possess the qualities necessary to face the coming storm will be allowed to continue. Asterisk, asterisk. As the voice faded, the view screen flickered again, and the void around them shifted. What had been a swirling mass of stars and nebulas now transformed into a surreal landscape. Jagged cliffs of obsidian rock jutted out from the ground, while rivers of molten energy flowed like lava through the cracks in the surface. Above them, the sky twisted with unnatural colors, greens, purples, and blacks swirling together in an ever-changing vortex. We're on a planet? Evelyn asked, staring at the view screen in disbelief. Not a planet, Marcus corrected. This is a construct, an artificial environment created for the trial. As if to confirm his words, the comm system crackled once more. Asterisk, asterisk, welcome to the proving ground. Survive, and you may yet save your people. Fail, and the void will claim you. Asterisk, asterisk, a sudden jolt rocked the Vanguard, throwing several crew members off balance. Isabella gripped the edge of her console, trying to stay upright as the ship's systems began to fail. Engines are down, Marcus shouted. We're losing power across the board. Brace for impact, Isabella ordered. The Vanguard descended rapidly, its hull creaking under the strain of re-entry into the alien atmosphere. The crew scrambled to secure themselves as the ship hurtled toward the jagged surface below. With a deafening crash, the Vanguard struck the ground, skidding across the molten landscape before finally coming to a stop. Isabella's vision blurred as she tried to steady herself, her ears ringing from the impact. The ship's alarms blared and smoke filled the air, but she forced herself to focus. Status report, she called out, her voice hoarse. Marcus coughed as he struggled to his feet, his console flickering with red warning lights. We're grounded. Engines are completely offline. Hull integrity is compromised, but we're still intact for now. Evelyn, casualties? Isabella asked. Evelyn checked the readings on her medical display. A few injuries, but nothing life-threatening. We got lucky. Isabella nodded, her mind racing. They had survived the crash, but now they were stranded in a hostile environment with no clear way out. And the trial had only just begun. She tapped her comm badge, trying to hail the ship's AI. Vanguard AI, report. There was a brief moment of static before the A's calm, synthesized voice responded. Commander Reyes, the ship's systems are operating at minimal capacity. External scans indicate a highly unstable environment. Recommend immediate evacuation. Great, Isabella muttered. We're sitting ducks. Before she could issue further commands, the ground beneath the ship trembled. The obsidian cliffs began to crack and molten rivers surged closer to the Vanguard's position. We need to get out of here, Marcus said, his voice urgent. Isabella nodded. Agreed, prepare an evacuation team. We'll move on foot. The crew scrambled to gather their gear, preparing to venture into the unknown landscape. As they stepped outside the Vanguard's damaged hull, the heat from the molten rivers hit them like a wall of fire. The air was thick with ash and smoke, and the ground beneath their feet was hot to the touch. We need to move fast, Isabella said, her eyes scanning the horizon. This place is unstable. We don't want to be caught in whatever's coming. The crew moved quickly, navigating the treacherous terrain as best they could. The towering cliffs loomed over them, casting long shadows across the cracked ground. Every step felt like a gamble as the ground shifted and rumbled beneath them. But as they pressed on, something strange began to happen. The landscape around them seemed to change with each step they took. What had been a molten wasteland moments ago now shifted into a dense forest of twisted alien trees. The sky above darkened and the air grew thick with mist. This place isn't natural, Evelyn whispered. It's alive. We're being watched, Marcus said, his hand hovering over the weapon at his side. Isabella felt it too, a presence, unseen but undeniably there. They were not alone. Suddenly, a deafening roar echoed through the forest and the ground shook violently. From the shadows emerged a massive creature, its eyes glowing with an unnatural light. It towered over the crew, its form shifting and rippling as if it were made of pure energy. Weapons ready, Isabella shouted. The crew raised their weapons, but before they could fire, the creature lunged forward, its massive claws striking the ground where they had been standing moments before. The crew scattered, dodging the creature's attacks as best they could. Isabella rolled to the side, her pulse rifle aimed at the creature's head. She fired, but the shots seemed to pass through its body as if it were made of smoke. It's not physical, Marcus shouted. We can't hurt it. Then how do we stop it? Evelyn yelled. Isabella's mind raced. This was the trial, the test of their strength and will. But it wasn't about brute force. It was about survival, about adapting to the unknown. Fall back, she ordered. We need to outthink it, not outfight it. The crew retreated, dodging the creature's attacks as they moved deeper into the forest. The ground continued to shift beneath them, and the landscape changed once again, this time into a barren desert of white sand dunes. The creature hesitated, its form flickering as if confused by the sudden change in environment. Isabella took a deep breath, realizing what was happening. This place, she muttered, it's responding to us. The trial isn't just about surviving, it's about controlling the environment. As the realization dawned on her, the creature let out a final ear-splitting roar before disintegrating into the air. The ground beneath them stilled, and the oppressive atmosphere seemed to lift. We did it, Marcus breathed, lowering his weapon. Isabella nodded, her heart still pounding in her chest. For now, she said, her voice grim, but this is only the beginning. As the crew gathered themselves, a voice returned, echoing through the air. You have passed the first test, but the trial is far from over. Prepare yourselves, humans. The void will not be so easily defeated. Isabella clenched her fists, her resolve hardening. They had survived the first test, but the true challenge still lay ahead. And this time, failure would not be an option. The UES Vanguard crew stood amidst the surreal, ever-shifting landscape that surrounded them. The alien world they had been thrust into felt alive, adapting to their every move. The air was heavy with tension, and the crew's breaths were ragged after surviving their encounter with a massive ethereal creature. Yet Isabella Reyes knew this was only the beginning of their trial. They had barely passed the first test, and now the ominous voice echoed once more. You have passed the first test, but the trial is far from over. Prepare yourselves, humans. The void will not be so easily defeated. Isabella took a deep breath, her heart racing but her mind focused. She knew the worst was yet to come. The environment around them had stabilized for the moment, but it was only a matter of time before it would shift again. She turned to her crew, determination burning in her eyes. Everyone gather up, Isabella ordered. We can't afford to lose focus. This place is designed to test us, and we need to be ready for anything. The crew huddled together, their eyes scanning the horizon, watching for any new threats that might emerge from the ever-changing landscape. Commander, Marcus spoke, his voice laced with caution. This trial, it's not just physical. It's psychological, too. That creature we faced, it wasn't real. not in the traditional sense. This world is manipulating our perceptions. Isabella nodded, her thoughts racing. You're right. This is about more than just survival. It's testing our minds, our ability to adapt and think on our feet. She looked at the shifting sands beneath their feet, wondering how much control they truly had over this strange realm. If this place is responding to us, we need to figure out how to influence it. Evelyn, who had been quiet, stepped forward, her face pale but resolute. I think this world reacts to our emotions. When we panicked, that creature became more aggressive. But when we calmed down and changed our approach, the environment shifted and the creature disappeared. Maybe the key to surviving this trial is controlling our emotions and using them to control the environment. Isabella considered Evelyn's words. So you're saying this place is like a reflection of our state of mind? Exactly, Evelyn replied. It's a psychological battleground as much as it is a physical one. That means we can't afford to let fear or doubt take hold, Marcus added. If we do, this place will turn against us. Isabella glanced at the vast expanse before them, the jagged cliffs in the distance, the rivers of molten energy that twisted through the landscape, and the sky that continued to swirl with otherworldly colors. It was a place of constant change, and they were the catalysts. We stay focused, and she said. Whatever comes next, we face it together. We adapt. We survive. The crew nodded in agreement, their determination renewed. Isabella signaled for them to move forward, and they began walking cautiously across the shifting sands. The ground beneath them was soft and unstable, making each step a calculated effort to stay balanced. The air grew colder as they moved, and the light around them dimmed, casting long shadows over the dunes. The landscape shifted subtly with each step. The once barren desert began to transform, the white sands darkening as strange, twisted trees began to rise from the ground like skeletal hands reaching for the sky. The twisted forest stretched out before them, a maze of unnatural growth that seemed to pulse with a faint, eerie glow. Isabella stopped, holding up her hand to signal the others to pause. Stay alert. We don't know what we're walking into. The crew halted, their eyes scanning the forest ahead. The trees seemed to shift and bend as if they were alive, watching the humans with an unnatural awareness. As they stepped closer, a low, rhythmic hum began to vibrate through the air. The sound was unsettling, like a distant heartbeat reverberating through the ground. It seemed to resonate within the crew, sending chills down their spines. That sound, Evelyn whispered, her eyes narrowing as she listened. It feels like it's coming from everywhere at once. It's trying to unnerve us, Marcus said, his voice calm but tense. Don't let it get to you. Isabella led them deeper into the forest, navigating between the strange, twisting trees. The branches above them intertwined like a web, blocking out much of the light. The deeper they ventured, the darker and more oppressive the forest became. Suddenly, the ground beneath them trembled, and the trees began to shift, their branches creaking and groaning as they moved. The crew froze, weapons at the ready, but the threat didn't come from a creature this time. Instead, the trees themselves began to close in, their branches reaching toward the humans as if drawn to their very presence. Move! Isabella shouted, her voice cutting through the eerie quiet. The crew broke into a sprint, dodging between the encroaching trees as the forest seemed to come alive, twisting and turning to block their path. The ground beneath their feet shifted wildly, and the once stable earth turned to shifting quicksand, pulling at their legs with every step. Isabella felt the panic rising within her, but she pushed it down, focusing on her next step, her next move. Asterisk, asterisk, stay calm. Stay focused, asterisk, asterisk. She repeated the words like a mantra in her mind. But the forest was relentless. The quicksand pulled harder, and the trees closed in faster. The crew was struggling, their movements growing more frantic as they fought to escape. Marcus stumbled, his foot sinking deep into the quicksand. He reached out, grabbing for a tree branch to pull himself free, but the branch twisted away from him, leaving him flailing for support. Marcus! Isabella shouted, running back to help him. But before she could reach him, Marcus's eyes widened in terror. His body froze, and he began to sink faster into the quicksand. The forest, it seemed, was responding to his fear. Marcus, stay calm. Isabella shouted, her voice cutting through the chaos. Don't let it control you. Marcus's breathing was ragged, his eyes darting wildly as the ground seemed to pull him deeper. I can't, he gasped, the terror in his voice palpable. Isabella dropped to her knees beside him, grabbing his hand and pulling with all her strength. Focus on my voice, she commanded. You're in control. This place is feeding off your fear. Marcus's gaze locked with hers, his breathing still rapid, but slowly his panic began to subside. As it did, the quicksand beneath him started to loosen its grip. The forest around them seemed to pause, as if waiting to see if he would regain control. With a final desperate pull, Isabella yanked Marcus free of the quicksand, and they both collapsed onto solid ground. The forest was still once more, the branches no longer reaching for them, the quicksand returning to solid earth. Isabella took a deep breath, her heart pounding in her chest. "You did it," she said, her voice soft but steady. "You're in control." Marcus nodded weakly, his body trembling from the adrenaline and fear. I thought it was going to kill me." "It almost did," Evelyn said, helping him to his feet. "This place doesn't care if we live or die. It's all about how we respond. If we let fear take over, we're finished." Isabella stood, brushing the dirt from her uniform. "This trial is designed to break us," she said, her voice firm. "But we won't let it." The crew regrouped, shaken but not defeated. They continued forward, moving deeper into the forest. As they walked, the trees seemed to part for them, no longer aggressive, as if acknowledging their newfound resolve. The rhythmic hum in the air grew louder as they approached the heart of the forest. The ground beneath them pulsed with energy, and the trees began to glow faintly, casting an eerie light over the path ahead. Isabella felt a growing sense of unease, but she pushed it aside. They were close to something important. She could feel it in her bones. They reached a clearing. In the center stood a massive stone monolith, its surface covered in ancient, unreadable symbols. The monolith pulsed with a soft, blue light, and the air around it crackled with energy. "This must be the source of the trial," Marcus said, his voice filled with awe. Isabella approached the monolith cautiously, her eyes scanning its surface. "What is this?" she muttered. "What are we supposed to do here?" As if in response to her question, the symbols on the monolith began to shift and rearrange themselves, forming new patterns and shapes. The ground beneath the crew trembled, and the air around them grew thick with pressure. You have reached the heart of the proving ground. The voice from before echoed through the clearing. But your final test lies ahead. Only those who can unlock the secrets of the void shall pass. The monolith glowed brighter, and the symbols on its surface began to twist and morph into a complex, shifting puzzle. Isabella's heart raced. This was it, the final test. The key to their survival lay in solving this puzzle and understanding the secrets of the void. "We have to solve this," Isabella said, her voice steady but urgent. "It's the only way forward." The crew gathered around the monolith, their minds racing as they studied the intricate patterns before them. The trial wasn't over, but with each step, they were growing stronger, more resilient. And no matter what came next, Isabella knew one thing for certain: they would face it together.